So, I recently seen Dr. Umar Johnson get on the Breakfast Club, who I have the utmost respect for. Okay, some Caucasian people, I think, have a problem with him, possibly because that school he's being put like this, even historically black colleges and universities don't only accept black people. They're not allowed to do that. They wouldn't get certain grants if they did, right? So he's getting it done, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good thing, really, because you could argue my native ancestors was affected just as bad, almost as bad, or affected almost the same way. You could argue that. I've heard people who is both black and native argue that there's this black girl I used to know who was half native, and she even said that she felt that what the natives went through was more fucked up. And I used to look at her like, yo, but slavery, bro, that's some shit where they took you from your country to this other shit. Either one is fucked up. I the shit my native ancestors went through, that shit made me cry, and I wasn't even alive for it. But that shit feel like I was. Anyway, so at one point during this interview, Umar Johnson starts talking about how, right when he starts talking about how the school is going to be only for black kids, right, and how they're trying to basically teach black kids to marry other black people, you know what I'm saying, to try to keep the race, preserve it. And I understand that coming from what happened to my native ancestors. You don't want that to happen to black people. I don't want that to happen to black people. I love fucking black people. I wouldn't want that to happen to fucking black people. If the world was all white people, I would go fucking insane. I'm not gonna lie. That's no disrespect to nobody who's white, but I would fucking lose it. The waves, a lot of it's called being professional, okay? That shit, since I was a kid, right? You know how you go into fucking the TGI Fridays or whatever, right? And when you were a kid, the waitress gets real. So what would you it's this real fake nice that's called being professional. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be. If the world was all white people, I would go insane just because of that type of shit. Anyway, side note. So that's not just to white people. It's just to being professional. So at this point where he starts saying that, Charlemagne points out that he handed her a can of water. He's like, be careful, that's called liquid death. And Umar Johnson at that point gets a little paranoid, but he plays it off as a joke. He kind of has to, in the position he's in, especially trying to take care of kids. So I just want to point this out that with what he's doing, A, he needs to be protected, and B, I would not be surprised if he does crop up dead. And I'm not wishing that, period. I don't want that to happen. Really, black people need what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? They need that option. So, anyways, peace out, y'all. Protect Umar Johnson. It's my homie right there. I'm out the building. I'm out this bitch.